Allison? This is the time. Shabbat Shalom, one and all. So great to have you here with us in the sanctuary. We're going to have a wonderful service this evening. My name's Rabbi Matt Berger, joined by our soloist, Allison Rosoff, down at the piano. Miss Joy Katzen-Guthrie. We welcome all of our first, second, and third grade families and all the students gathered here on the Bima for our Chag HaSidur, celebrating the receiving of the prayer book service. Many thanks to our wonderful religious school director, Tammy Wolf, our first, second, and third grade teachers, Emily Meza Gleason, Mark Gittimer, who's here this evening, our super substitute, Jody Leva, our Madrachim, Addie Gleason, Isabella Deedles, Chloe Stein, who's here with us this evening, Anna Turner, and Drew Silver. We're going to continue now with the singing of Light These Lights. You'll find these words written by Debbie Friedman on the bottom. We prepare to light the Shabbat candles.
Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen.
you'll find the candle blessing on the top of page 2. Shabbat. The universe helps us witness the life of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
Mackenzie will lead us on page 2 with this reading.
We have come together to share and sing. Our words are prayers. Our prayers are about the most important things in our lives and people we love. When we pray, we talk to God. Sometimes we say our prayers, friends can hear them, and sometimes we listen carefully to ourselves. This place, too, is special. Hear them, and sometimes we listen carefully. When we gather together, we pray that the place becomes holy. This place is holy.
Yasher Koach, well done. And we'll continue now with a prayer for Israel. You'll find that on the screen as well as in the service booklet itself. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, shield the state of Israel beneath the wings of your love. Shelter it with your canopy of peace. Send your light in truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Bless the soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces and all who stand guard to protect our people. Keep them from all trouble and injury. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Jan is going to lead us on page 4, English translation of Lecha Dodi, Come My Beloved.
Come, my beloved, to meet the bride, let us welcome Shabbat. Keep and remember a single command God caused us to hear. Awake, awake, your light has come. Enter in peace and gladness and in joy.
Yasher Koach, wonderful. Let's continue now on page 5. You'll see the words of Shalom Aleichem, traditional Shabbat table song. Peace be to you, the messengers in our lives.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi HaSharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lahem Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon,
Allison will lead us in the half-Kaddish words of praise on page 6.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shmei Rabba B'yama divrach yirtevyam lich malchutei B'chayechon uvyom echon uv'chayei kol beit Yisrael Bagala bagala uv'yizman kariv Yishmei Rabba mevarach le'alam u'almei amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yiraman v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal Shmei Kodesh Barichu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'lechelata damira be'ama v'maru amen.
Pleasure to invite Rowan Ford. He's going to be leading us in the reading of the Barhu, the call to prayer.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach, Baruch Adonai Hamvarach la'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due now and forever. Your word is like a puzzle, God, and all the pieces fit together. The sun lights up the earth by day, moon and stars glow at night. In every season we sense your presence. On Shabbat we give thanks for the world and its beauty. Baruch atah Adonai Aravim.
Wonderful. Yasher Koach Rowan leading us in Ahavat Olam on page 8, Prayer of Love, Madison.
Ahavat Olam, Bet Yisrael, with great love you have taught us how to live with meaning through mitzvot and Torah. They are the light of our eyes, the essence of being. Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Avo Amo Yisrael.
Excellent, Yasher Koach, well done. And students will be joining us as we sing Jeff Klepper's Open Up Our Eyes.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give.
I'll ask us to rise for the Shema. Leading us in prayer will be Sophia and Lana.
Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kivul Malkuto, Le'olam
Thank you so much. Wonderful job. Feel free to be seated. We'll continue now with the Haftarah. I believe Dempsey will be joining. And we'll be leading the Haftarah. You'll find the Haftarah, You Shall Love Adonai Your God, on page 9. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשטריך למען תזכרו מה עשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. I'd like to invite our first and second graders forward. They're going to be sharing a special reading that you'll find on page 11. And after that, we will sing Mi Chamocha, Who is Like You, God. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Long ago,
our people were slaves to Pharaoh, your sentence to lead us out of when we to the Red Sea. The people sang
freedom. Great. And we'll sing Mi Chamocha, Who is Like You, God.
la 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 la
Spirit, wonderful Ruach. How many folks can you fit on this riser? A lot. We're going to turn now to page 12, and on page 12, you'll find our prayer of protection and shelter, the words of Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom, Shalom. Amidim Shomeinu Elohim. Uvrozoleinu Sukat Shlomecha, Uvrozoleinu Sukat Shlomecha.
Let's rise now for our standing prayers, beginning with God Open Our Lips on page 13.
Adonai sivatai tiftach ufi agir tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor v'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'goneh hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot ve'imot, u'mevei geula livnei v'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בצרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה רב להושיע מוריד הטל. מחלל חיים בחסד מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומחיים אמונתו לשני עפר. יחמוך בעל גבולות ומידו מלך, מלך במית ומחיה ומצמיח
ישועה,
ונאמנה לך חיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעלוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
And Maverick will be leading us on page 15, the translation of the Kedusha, our prayer of holiness.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Excellent, Yasher Koah, great job. Feel free to be seated. At this time, we're going to sing one of the arrangements of Oseh Shalom that we do in religious school tefillah or religious school services. This arrangement was written by Steve Dropkin. All right, you're going to sing along? Come on forward. Oseh Shalom Bimromah Uyaseh Shalom Well done. At this time, we will call for the following students who will help us read the translation on 16, Rowan, Parker, Mackenzie, and Dempsey.
May the one who causes peace to region in the heavens make peace for us, for all Israel, and all who inhabit the earth. Amen.
Amen. Well done. Yasher Koah. Our prayer of healing, Mi Sheberach, is found on page 17, and we call to mind and to heart the following individuals in our community and beyond who are in need of strength and courage at this time. We call to mind Daniel Alcorn, Joanne Beeman Fiddleman, Jeff Bild, Hope Brown, Tyler Chang, Heather Felser, Harry Fleisch, David Friedlander, Susan Gadd, Pam Granoff, Abby Graves, Jim Howard, Kathy Howard, Brian Kagan, Phyllis King, Jerry Longerich, Bill Parsons, Barbara Randall, Stephanie Ross, Jeff Stark, Marcia Swerdloff, Grace Tribbiano, Greg Tribbiano, Minnie Weiss, and Edie Wertz. Are there any other individuals that you'd like to call to mind yourselves for healing?
Mi Sheberach Avotenu Mikol HaBracha Leidmoltenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Sheberach imotenu mikol habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema. The renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
2 nights ago on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, a special guest was introduced to the audience in the historic Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City, same stage where the Beatles performed in 1964. The guest was Billy Crystal, the acclaimed comedian and actor. I'll ask our tech team to share a picture of him sitting next to Colbert seated at the desk. In many ways, it was a trip down memory lane as Crystal made his network television debut in the same studio some 50 years ago. After taking a sip from a drink that Mr. Colbert offered, Crystal noted with relief that it wasn't Manischewitz, which got a couple laughs. But the highlight for me was listening to Billy Crystal's description of his Bar Mitzvah Torah portion, Tazria Mitzorah, which happens to be the same as this week's double portion of Torah, though his Bar Mitzvah was in March. Even as a teen, he was a natural. He told the audience that he was standing on the bima before family and friends, and he shared a joke about a topic that's still challenging to talk about to this day, skin issues. But you've got to hand it to him. I'm not going to tell you the joke. You can watch it at home. The joke went over quite well. Rest assured, we won't be talking about dermatology this evening. There are plenty of books that speak to that subject. Instead, I'd like to share a story about a lesser-known Jewish holiday that you likely won't find in your local library, Lag BaOmer. The name of the holiday refers to the 33rd day of the Omer, which is a 49-day period of spiritual counting that connects Passover and Shavuot, a tradition that recalls the daily bundle of grain, or Omer, offered by the Israelites long ago. The story, written by Jamie Korngold, talks about the holiday's origins and how we can celebrate it today. One warm spring night, Sadie and Ori were out walking with their Saba, their grandpa, when they saw the full moon rise over the treetops. Perhaps it looked like the image our tech team will show on the screen. Startled by its brightness, Sadie asked, "What holiday is it?" At religious school, she had learned that Jewish holidays often begin with a full moon. Well, the last full moon was on Passover, and the full moon before that was on Purim, Ori remembered. Sadie asked, "What holiday comes this month?" "Ah," Grandpa said, "there's no holiday on the full moon this month, but there's a holiday just a couple days after. Can you guess what it is?" Sadie looked at Ori, and Ori looked at Sadie. They said together, "It's a mystery." Jewish history has many mysteries, Grandpa agreed. The next day, Sadie and Ori started to work on the mystery. Sadie looked on her Jewish calendar a few days past the big circle showing the full moon. She read, Lag BaOmer. So what is Lag BaOmer? It's a mystery, they said together. First, they looked on their bookshelves. Sadie found books about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Ori found books about Sukkot and Simchat Torah. Sadie found books about Hanukkah and Purim, while Ori found books about Passover and Shavuot. But neither one found a single book about Lag BaOmer. In the living room, Ori found the shofar they sounded on the New Year. Sadie found the little tiny Torah she carried on Simchat Torah. Ori found menorahs and dreidels to spin for Hanukkah. Sadie found candlesticks and Kiddush cups for Shabbat. But they didn't find anything for Lag BaOmer. Sadie said, "We need to ask some holiday experts." First, she asked the delivery man bringing a package to their doorstep. Sadie asked, "What kind of things do you deliver for Lag BaOmer?" He answered, "I don't know what you're talking about." Ori then asked his Aunt Kathy, "What do you do on Lag BaOmer?" She suggested, "Isn't that when you go on picnics?" Sadie then asked her Uncle Benny, "What songs do you sing on Lag BaOmer?" "Isn't that the holiday with the bonfires? I guess you'd sing some campfire songs." Ori then asked his Savta, his grandma, "What do you cook on Lag BaOmer?" She said, "Bubala, you cook delicious foods like you do on every other Jewish holiday." Sadie and Ora found Grandpa outside reading on the porch. I'll ask our tech team to share a beautiful illustration by Judy Fortenberry on the screen. He asked, "So did you solve the mystery?" Ori announced, "We discovered that you go on picnics, build bonfires, sing songs, and eat tasty food." Grandpa nodded. "It sounds like a pretty good holiday to me. Let me tell you how it started. Long ago, there was a great and wise teacher named Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Students came from far and wide to study from him. But the Roman emperor back then said the Jews could no longer study Torah. Rabbi Shimon was very sad. He missed teaching the students. At first, they were happy to have time off to play, but soon they missed their teacher and his clever stories. They knew they had to figure out a way to continue to learn. In northern Israel, the children found a secret cave hidden behind some trees. Inside, they discovered a huge natural room with a stream large enough to splash in. I'll ask our tech team to show the cave right there on the screen. They showed it to Rabbi Shimon. He agreed it was the perfect hiding spot for them to come and learn. So they drank water from the spring and ate the fruit of the carob tree that grew at the entrance. The cave became a classroom where students learned about Torah and Judaism. To fool the Romans, some of the children packed picnics as if they were going out on an outing. Some disguised themselves as hunters and carried bows and arrows. And it went on like this for many years until the Roman emperor died and the Jews were allowed to study about Judaism once again. Looking deep into Sadie and Ori's eyes, their grandpa said, "Today, Lag BaOmer, is a day to remember Rabbi Shimon and his students. Jews all over the world gather around bonfires to have picnics, sing, dance, and tell stories about their courage and bravery, just as we'll do in our backyard with family and friends." And so it was. The picnic table was piled high with corn on the cob, green salad, drumsticks, brownies, and lemonade, like the picture our tech team will show on the screen. After dinner, they lit a bonfire and everyone sang. "We've solved the mystery of Lag BaOmer," Sadie told Ori as sparks from the campfire lit the sky. Here at Ahavat Shalom, we're truly blessed that students of all ages can gather and learn from wise and clever teachers. During tonight's Shabbat service, we all witnessed the beauty of Jewish prayers and songs led by our incredible students. Know that it's a blessing to have each one of them learn in our Wiener Religious School. So too, it's a great blessing that all of you, their families, parents, siblings, and grandparents support their kids and your grandkids' Jewish education. And just in case you're wondering why the name of the holiday begins with the word log, it's not because of the bonfires. It's because the numerical value of the Hebrew letter Lamed is 30 and the Gimel is 3. So you get 33. One final note, we're actually going to be celebrating Lag BaOmer as a community on our final day of religious school with a great picnic on Sunday, May 3rd. I hope that will join us. So now we're actually going to, on page 17, right below the Mishabera, recite the intention and then the blessing for counting the Omer. And I'll fill in the blank about the day that it is coming this evening. So feel free to join me. The next slide has the intention. Hinani muchan umzuman lekayem mitzvat aseh shel. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. And here's the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. Hayom shisha asar yom, shehem shnei shavuot u'shnei yamim la Omer. So that is 2 weeks and 2 days, meaning 6 days of the Omer. So every month, in the last number of months, we've been celebrating birthdays here on the Bima. So we have a wonderful congregant who's been calling different folks to remind them that on the third Friday of every month, the third Shabbat of every month, they can come up to the Bima, receive a special blessing. So anyone who has an April birthday, any April birthdays? on the Bema, or anyone who has an April birthday. Figured we'd get at least a few people. Right up. Welcome to the Bema. Wow, it's great to see all of you here on the Bema. Welcome, welcome. First, we say Mazel Tov, congratulations to each one of you. I'm not going to ask everybody's age. As you may be aware, there's a traditional Jewish phrase or blessing that you would say on somebody's birthday. And it's a prayer that, like Moses, you'll live until 120 years old. Can you believe that? That's a long, long time. The Hebrew phrase is Admeya V'esrim, and that you would live that long in health and in happiness. It's a way of connecting our lives to the Israelite story, to Moses and generations past, as well as generations yet to be. May each of you on your birthday, whenever that day comes, celebrate the special day with those you love. May you be granted health, wisdom, and success, and may you find ample opportunities to share goodness and peace. For reaching this moment, it's even my son's birthday in April as well. I'll ask Joy and Allison to help us lead the Shehecheyanu prayer, thanking God for reaching this moment.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh
Because so many of you here, could two of you or more open the ark for the Eleno? I'll ask everybody to rise. You'll find the words of the adoration on page 18.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon habo l'ateit gedula le'otzer breshit shelo asanu kegoye haratzot ve'lo samanu kamishbechot adama shelo sam kelkinu kahem ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam ma'anaknu korim umishtachavim umodim livmei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
Happy birthday, April birthdays. Feel free to be seated. Have a wonderful birthday.
Can you make it down, Joan? Okay, girls. I know. We're going to go back to our seats. Everybody, back to our seats. We'll see you after.
At this time, we will continue on page 19. Reciting the mourner's Kaddish, we think of families in the period of Shloshim, first 30 days mourning a loved one. We fondly remember Lee Grubman, brother of Ava Pierce, Janice Sable, friend of Lynn Rosenthal and Jeannie Feld, Marvin Cutler, cousin of Norma Bloomberg Van Ness, Sandra Goldstein, mother of Warren Goldstein, and Fatmir Mamoutaj, husband of Miranda Mamoutaj. We mark the yahrzeit anniversary of passing of loved ones on this Shabbat. We remember Edward Abo, Steve Alcorn, Stanley Barnett, Harold Arthur Bergner, Jeffrey Berman, Joni Carlisle, Bess Entell, Sylvia Fox, Jonathan Friedman, Irma Friedman Kaufman, Leo Goldsmith, Margie Granoff, Carl Greenbaum, Sam Grossman, Miss Rachel Morningstar Hoffman, Faye Joseph, Milton Keshin, Sadie Rusley Kessler, Martin Kornfeld, Sally Lakin, Evelyn Levy, Sarah Patrick, Lee C. Plevin, Adam Pluchok, Betty Polanco, Marion Rauchwork Miller, Charles Salzberg, Ed Satin, Blanche Smolensky, Stanley Solomon, Madeline Solomon, Dora Stotland, Benamy Teitelreut, Harold Turkle, Wayne Van Ness, Lee Weiner, Harold G. Wenig, and Jeannie Wendt. Are there any other names to remember for yahrzeit at this time? Yes. We say, Zichronam Livracha, may the memories of all of these people continue to be a blessing in their loved ones' lives as we rise to offer the words of Kaddish praise together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalmad divrah chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon u'chayei tekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'alam u'lamei almayah, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudashav b'rihu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'yalma v'imru Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Osei shalom bimromav Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
V'imru, 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 amen. V'imru, v'imru, v'imru.
Feel free to be seated. All right, to all of our first, second, and third grade students, come on over here. I'm going to share some words with you. All of you led so beautifully this evening. You led with poise, with ruach, with great spirit. Yep, come right through here. And you shared such great energy with all of us. You've prepared so hard for this moment, and I know it's such a special day for you and for your family. So to each of you, I say mazel tov. You should be very, very proud of what you've accomplished this evening. We have a couple people who would like to also share some words with you. I'd first like to call forward our third grade teacher, Mark Gittimer, followed by Tammy Wolf, who will be leading the presentation of the certificates and prayer books.
Good evening, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom. I never use notes when I speak. I don't like to. But you get a little older like me, and you worry about remembering names. So all I have on my notes are names, so I don't forget anybody. I asked about a slide because I'm not so technical, but I felt that I would like to have a heart there because in, I think it was 2020, I had open heart surgery and it wasn't successful. It was a really long haul coming back. So I just figured and thought that a picture's worth 1,000 words, so I just thought everything should have a heart behind it. And I really believe that if you lead with your heart, you're going to connect with each of your students. And, oh, we're all here? Okay. Everybody's here? If I get a little boring, just let me know, okay? But anyway, these kinds of things, the thing to do is to thank a lot of people. And I really believe in the power of words. I believe that every word has, in English especially, a whole bunch of different meanings. So instead of using thank you, which I mean, I just like, as I mention your name, to kind of look up there and know that it comes from my heart to yours, that I really appreciate you. First of all, I really appreciate the parents. Thank you so much for trusting us and sharing these beautiful children with us. It's, I come to, on Sunday morning, sometimes I come to class, and because of a couple of medical things, I have to spend a little extra time in the morning. And when I walk in, I'm my 74 going on 75 years old. The minute I see the first child walk in, I become young again. And I'm young for about 3 hours, and then I go back home and I'm taking a nap and all of those things. And so thank you so much, parents. I really appreciate you. Tammy, are you up here? I really appreciate you. I believe in going a little deeper than words and kind of feeling what someone feels. And Tammy leads with so much love and so much caring. And she's really an inspiration to me. And when I go to the services that she leads for the kids, when she holds the Torah, I can feel the love. It's really remarkable. So, Tammy, I appreciate you. Our incredible faculty and staff here. Harriet Zazara, who's not here, she's our music teacher. She has a long-standing Friday and Saturday evening gig. But she is so amazing with the children. She has just this way of being with the children. And so, Harriet, I know you're out working. Maybe you'll watch the, is it the replay or whatever it's called? But I really appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Cal's not here. But Cal is he teaches, what is it, 5th grade or something? 5th grade, whatever. But Cal is an amazing man. And we've become really good friends because we just kind of click. Sometimes you just click with somebody. So, Cal, I appreciate you. Jerry's not here. She'll be the 4th grade teacher. 3rd graders, you are in for a remarkable treat when you are in Miss Jerry's class. Ida is our amazing art teacher. And she has such a beautiful way with the children. In fact, I think when we open the door, there's so much love that comes from that room, it kind of comes out. Mm-hmm. It's really quite remarkable. So, Ida, I really appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Ann DeMarler, who does our Hebrew Through Movement program. Ann is a kind of a tiny lady and what have you. I found out that she's really a college basketball fan, which was kind of remarkable. And she has a way with the children. She teaches Hebrew Through Movement, which is more conversational, which is a nice additional way for us for the kids to learn Hebrew from a conversational perspective. So, Ann, I really appreciate you. Allison, where are you back here? Okay. You know, there are certain people who sing and you hear the same tune over and over. But every time I hear Allison sing, I'm not going to mention the songs, but a tear comes to my eye. And Allison, I so much appreciate you. I've had the the opportunity to play flute. I don't anymore, I can't. I've been a professional musician for, I think, about 60 years. And I've had the pleasure of playing flute a couple of times in the high holiday services. So, Allison, like, you connect musically, you know what I mean, right? So I appreciate you so much. But most of all, I appreciate our students. I looked up quotes. I don't like to do that because I speak from the heart, but there are so many quotes from teachers from all perspectives and all ranges. And they all say kind of the same thing, that you really learn more from your students than they learn from you. And it's really true, because it's kind of like when you teach, you learn. So I'd like to just take a minute. I hope I'm not over my time, but I'd like to thank and let each student individually know how much I appreciate you. Rowan. When Rowan came in, Rowan is a strong guy. I know he plays football and all of these things. And so I thought, gee, maybe I have to connect with him on that level. But he has amazed me in how well he reads Hebrew. Right, Rowan? Okay. So, Rowan, I appreciate you. I appreciate that you're teaching me. Now, sometimes teaching is just reminding you of something. But Rowan has reminded me that you really shouldn't judge somebody, or you can't tell a book by its cover. Because I would assume Rowan's a tough guy and what have you. But he's got this really beautiful way about him. And so, Rowan, I appreciate you. Mackenzie. Everybody who goes through third grade in Temple Ahavat Shalom and has to deal with me, on the first day they hear a couple of things. Number one, I say that I appreciate questions. Some questions have one answer, some questions have two or three, and some, in fact many, have no answer at all. And then I say the most important thing that you need to know after third grade is always laugh at your teacher's jokes. Well, my first year here, a hand went up and said, we'll laugh if they're funny. But Mackenzie even topped that, because next week, Mackenzie came to class and had jokes. I got to tell you, I think they were way better than mine. I love comedy, but Mackenzie, thank you, and I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, Madison. Madison has reminded me that body language is really, really a good thing. When you ask Madison a question, but the other side of Madison is that Madison is really a beautiful, kind young lady. Because I walk with a cane normally. I'm too vain to do that. Tonight I was too vain to do that. That's just how I am. But Madison always, when we go from our class out to recess, who always holds the door for me? So, Madison, I really learn a lot from you and really appreciate you. We have a couple of our students who are not here, but I'd really like to share what I've learned from them. We have a student whose first name is Abel. I really thought this is really cool because I walk with a cane. Do you know how many jokes you started to set that up? But Abel is a very serious guy, and he's amazing in math. So, but not only amazing in the mathematics, like adding things, so I gave him a problem to do. It was like plus this, minus this, plus this. And he showed me that if you go from left to right in this, it comes out one answer, but if you go from right to left, maybe he thought the math was in Hebrew, I don't know. But when you go from right to left, it's a different answer. So, Abel, I know you're a little bit under the weather, not feeling great, and that's why you're not here, but I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you. Maverick has reminded me that even at age 74, he can still be a child, because he has this way of looking out into the world with this childlike fascination with virtually anything and everything. So Maverick, I really appreciate you, what you bring to this class. Come on. Plus he has really nice hair. I mean, so thank you, okay, thank you. Oh my gosh, I went out of order. Oh, Gavin. Now, Gavin is playing hockey tonight, whatever. I asked him one time, I said, Gavin, maybe you should go into dental school, dentistry, but anyway, Gavin is in the school for the first year, and he knew no Hebrew at all. And reminded me what it's like to be kind of brave. So he walks in, every one of the first students there all the time, with the biggest smile on his face. And I notice him when we have our Shira, he's starting to sing some of the songs, sing some of the words. So what Gavin has kind of reminded me of is you go out there, and even though maybe you're a little nervous, you're a little afraid, you go and do it anyway. And Gavin, I really appreciate you. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Alden. Okay. Alden is not the tallest child in our class. But Alden carries herself like she's 6 feet tall. And I've learned from her, it's not your physical stature, but it's what's inside of you. So Alden, I appreciate you so very much. Did I miss anybody? Oh my gosh. If I did, you can blame it on my advancing age. And I've learned that the students don't really care so much how much you know, but they really need to know how much you care. And I really hope that they can feel how much I care for them, as every other faculty member feels for them. And it's a really, really cool thing when you see the love that faculty members give each and every child. In their own way, of course, but you have a wonderful, caring faculty. And I just want to let all of the faculty know how much I appreciate them and students. And so I thought, if I could give a little gift to everyone, that would be really cool. Well, I don't know much about Pokemon cards. I don't think they're even cool anymore. And I thought, what can I possibly do? Well, I've been a professional musician for, I think, close to 60 years before I couldn't go on. And I really wanted to play a piece of music that's really, really important to me. It has to deal with kind of going out into the world, going out into the unknown. You can look at it that way. You can look at it going deep inside. And I thought, you know, what voice can really, really make this song really meaningful, fit, and all of those things. And really, who can I call? So I thought of Allison. So, Allison, if you would do me the honor of singing a song, Lechi Lach. And Mads, could you come up as well? Come on up. So this is from me, to show my appreciation to all the students. I have a feeling they're more excited about the ice cream, but for the parents, please listen carefully to the words.
To a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you. You shall be you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach. Lechi lach. And all shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mark. We appreciate you too. Thank you. We want to give our students our third grade students get their Siddur, their first prayer book Siddur. And there's a book plate in there that says, "May your love of Jewish learning grow throughout your lifetime." And we have the date of today, but we hope that the parents also will take the book and maybe write a note of your reflections of this time, and they're beginning their Hebrew school education. So, and you can write that in there. It's a nice thing to look back on. And then for our first and second graders, we have a wonderful certificate, because this is their first time on the Bima looking at the congregation, and what a wonderful job they did. Such a good job, you guys. And at this time of night and everything, so I'm very proud of all of them. So do you want to call them, or you want me to call them? These are the people here.
Okay, so Sophia Ferreira. Mazel tov. Congratulations. I'd like to call forward Parker Koster. Congratulations, Mazel tov to you. Lana Leaders. Mazel tov, Lana. Chloe Rosoff. Mazel tov, Chloe. And Madeline Rosoff. Mazel tov. Wonderful job singing as well. And Jana Ryan. Mazel tov, Jana. Okay. And for our prayer books, this is Mishkan Tefillah, Dwelling Place of Prayer for Youth, Madison Boyle. Mazel tov, Madison. And Maverick Crane. Mazel tov to you. And Rowan Koster. Mazel tov to you, Rowan. And finally, Mackenzie Brandeis. Mazel tov to you. All right. We will continue. First, with a quick announcement, I was given this ring. Someone lost this silvery ring. If you did, after services, you can come and pick it up. I believe it was in one of the bathrooms where it was lost. We're going to continue now on page 20 in our service booklet. There you will find the Kiddush blessing over the fruit of the vine.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
Borei Buri Hagafen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher nishanu b'mitzvotav V'rata b'anu V'shabbat kodsho V'yavau ratzon Imilanu Zikara lema'aseh Bereshit Yom Tefillah Lemikrai Kodesh Zecher Messiah Okay, it's time for our prayer over the challah, the motzi. I'm gonna pass the challah around. Feel free to take one if you'd like. Now you're coming back up. I made sure there was one for each of you. I did some special cutting on the cutting board in the kitchen. Had to make sure there was enough, a little bit of, you probably can have two short. What is it called? Okay, Allison gets one. Then, all right. Holla, holla, holla. Of course you can. All right. Yeah, you can take one, sure. Okay, ready to help us lead the motzi? Pleasure doing business with you. Motzi, in Haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. To the tailbone and enjoy. Pleasure to call forward Marlene Wayne, Temple President. She's going to be sharing some Shabbat and upcoming announcements before our final song, which will be In This House.
Shabbat Shalom. So needless to say, I'm quelling. They did such a beautiful job tonight. Many thanks to Rabbi Matt, Allison, Joy, and our first, second, and third graders for leading a wonderful service, along with our greeters, Barry and Andy, and our tech team, Bruce and Saul. Our Shabbat morning minyan, led by Ron Gilberg, takes place tomorrow at 9 a.m. with breakfast sponsored by our Brotherhood and Torah study with Rabbi Matt. Early registration for religious school will feature a youth group breakfast fundraiser this Sunday at 10 a.m. following services. Our book club will meet for breakfast this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. to discuss Elaine Culberson's Mamala, A Legacy of Loss and Love. There'll be no shortage of bagels at Temple this weekend. Rabbi Matt's Nash and Knowledge class on the Book of Job is Monday, April 20th at 5:30 p.m. in the library or on Zoom. Celebrate Israel's 78th Independence Day with the Jewish community on Wednesday, April 22nd at 5:30 p.m. with a musical concert featuring Joe Buchanan. West Pinellas Now's dinner meeting on Wednesday, April 22nd at 5 p.m. in Clearwater will feature Dr. Sandra Brahm of Gulf Coast JFCS. RSVP for Sisterhood's 2026 Mahjong fundraiser on Thursday, April 23rd. One City Chorus will present Metamorphosis, featuring the songs of Tim Berneman on Saturday, May 2nd at 4 p.m. at the Unitarian Universalists of Clearwater. Gulf Coast JFCS Spring Food Drive is underway. Bring your non-perishable food to the lobby. Following services, join us in the social hall for our Oneg Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Marlene. All right, let's have our students gather in the middle to help us lead In This House, a beautiful song with a lot of meaning that's written by Beth Schaefer.
house,
Be part of a family. In this house,
symbols of unity.
we study, we pray, find meaning in each day. In this house,
In this house, in this house.
house is part of God's creation. In this house,
there is joy and celebration.
by song or by word, your prayers will be heard. In this house,
In this house, in this
For the chorus.
house, in this house, we all come together in this house. In this house, in this house, we all come together in this house of God.
In this house, we can shelter, we can clothe and feed. In this house,
There is always help for those in need.
a stranger needs a friend, becomes inspired again. In this house, in this house, in this house. In this house,
In this house, it all comes together in this house. In this house, in this house, it all comes together